Hello and welcome back to the Finish Live, proudly sponsored by Glistian Events. Tom, you timed that to perfection.
This wouldn't pick up my camera, so I had to shut down my computer. As I restarted and clicked on the link, literally as I hit Enter Studio, the soundtrack started playing. I was like, "Have I messed this up again?" But no, bang on time.
See, you're getting good at this. Dave is sick. And I haven't done an intro in ages, and I haven't presented in ages, so be kind, people.
So, hang on now, Andrew. Let's get back to Dave being sick for a second, because Dave took the piss out of me for being sick.
Yeah.
So it actually turns out that this whole sickness thing came through Dave, and Dave just got sick a little bit later than I did. But he accused me of hitting him over the head, and he couldn't hear. Turns out he's got an ear infection.
Did you hit him?
I don't know. I don't.
He was that drunk, he can't remember.
That night. There's pictures of me with homeless people giving them pints.
Sean,
I don't really know what happened.
That was the highlight of the night. This fella just wanders in out of nowhere, standing there watching the match, looking like he needed a pint, and Tom sorted him out with a pint. A very badly poured pint, but a pint.
Chap stood there on his own. Can't stand there on your own watching a match and not have a pint. Give him a pint.
That was a good deed. I'm proud of you. Well done. How are you anyway? Just doing what Dave does.
Good. Sean?
Lovely. Sean?
yeah, I'm all good. I'm busy in college, so but look, this racing this weekend, you can proper get jiggy about this sort of stuff now. The names, Willie starting to load out horses. This is where you see the proper dogs coming out now, and you'll see proper racing. You'll have Gordon Elliott having his party up and down Royal, no doubt, with a couple of winners up there. And a cracking weekend. Sunday show, as I said today, should be a smasher with all the horses coming out this week.
Yeah, Sean got very giddy today when we were talking about what we're going to talk about today. So we'll get cracking to it. We have Dublin Race Fest. Down Royal is on this weekend, Friday and Saturday. We're going to go 4 races from there with Aintree and Wincanton as well. But before that, we are going to start at Thurles tomorrow. We're going to run through this very quickly. We have one of Tom's horses to follow for the season. One he's very jiggy on. Mascat is out tomorrow, Tom, getting a lot of weight off Allegory the Fatty. Should be going very close in this if she's any chance in the mares. Or it's been talked that she might be even going against the gelding soon.
Yeah, I don't know. But just what Sean said, this is I feel this is the first proper weekend, isn't it? We've had a nice Cheltenham meeting to ease us back into that. We've had a couple of one-off good races here or there, but this really feels like you've got tomorrow is Clonmel Oil Chase Day, and then you're into Down Royal for the 2 days, all the racing in the UK as well. This really feels like we're back.
Yeah, I'll just touch on it, Tom. I think the HRI should give themselves a little bit of credit. There's 4 weekends on the bounce now. November is looking a very juicy month for racing. You have a couple of festivals that they're at the putting into 2 days that were separate days, and it's just looking proper. It looks good ran now. You have that the next 4 weeks, then a little break to Christmas. It just structured is very good.
Yeah, they've changed it up a little bit this year, and they've made November with the back end of from now on really power backed. It eases off a little bit in December, picks up for Christmas, eases off in January, picks up for the DRF, and then you're straight into Cheltenham. So, look, some people are slagging off. Some people are saying that we're basing everything around Cheltenham, but it's the reality of it. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I love that we have Cheltenham every year, and everything revolves around it. I know people don't, but you look at things like the World Cup is every 4 years. The Euros, you've got that every 4 years, so you get two each year. The Rugby World Cup is every 4 years. The Lions Tour is every 4 years. Athletics, you got an Olympics every 4 years. We get this every year to showcase our best talent. And I tell you something, if Cheltenham was only on every 4 years, there'd be plenty of giving out about it. So, I think it's fantastic. And then you've got the parties then at the end of the season, which are Punchestown and Aintree, which are great meetings to go to. Throw in O'Toy there in May, and everyone's a winner. Everyone's a winner. Exactly.
I think they finally cracked it, as in giving look, they base it all around the good horses with these festivals. So they kind of spaced it out where it's enticing for the trainers to go, right, here's one festival, there's another one, and then we'll finish off a Punchestown. So they're kind of making it where they're giving all these opportunities for the good horses to run on the same weekend, which I think is great for racing. Even though, look, it all ends up at Cheltenham where they all go together. So, yeah, I, for one, are looking forward to it. Thoughts? Yeah, just on here.
Anyway.
Rodney McKee, before we get on to Iroko yesterday.
Cool.
On the Sally Snaff. Now, I had him down. I put him up as a horse to follow for 3 mile hurdles, and Christ above, he looks like a 2 mile chaser now. That was everything and anything I want to see with an eye test. It was just unbelievable. Getting close out long, he just travelled around, jumped for fun. He made decent, all right horses look like shite. Thoughts on that, lads?
Yeah,
look,
he was very good.
I thought it was the first standout performance we've seen this season. There was a real stamp about, and it's made people even more confused. I think the manner in which he won, of where he goes now, the owner sounded as if open trip was always going to be the case. But after watching yesterday, I think they've had second thoughts, and now they're looking to probably change their plans to what was 3 mile races to maybe looking at 2.5 mile races now, or 2 miles on background.
Yeah, I saw the trainer suggesting that he doesn't need to go up and trip. I think it's one of those. Willie Mullins always says it's easier to keep horses sound over 2 miles than it is 3 miles, and the same for hurdles and fences. So I think if you don't need to go up and trip, why would you? I think they'll stay as they are for now and see what happens later on in the year.
Yeah, right. Back to Clonmel. Tom, look, Mascat, you really like her. Going against Allegory de Vassi, who at the end of the season was very disappointed after finishing second to Impervious at Cheltenham. She's kind of on a comeback mission, but I'm surprised she's 5-4 favourite with the weight she's given away to Mascat.
I thought Mascat would be favourite, actually. I don't get this. It's like a hate towards Mascat. I don't get it at all. She was mightily impressive last year, but anyone you talk to will tell you that Dino Blue will 100% turn around the form. Dino Blue is 6-1 for the mare's chase, and Mascat she's as big as 25. She's 16s in a few places. Like, I just don't understand it at all. I thought she had the better of it that day. I think the step up and trip there in that race will suit her as well, rather than the Grand Annual. But yeah, coming back to tomorrow, like she's getting so much weight off it. What did we work out? She's getting, Sean, 10 pounds. Yeah, 10 pounds she's getting off it. Henry's horses are in good form. Darragh O'Keefe knows her well now and is riding out of her skin. And look, the thing I always come back to in Mascat, she's had plenty of runs in her life, but she's only had 5 runs with Henry. She's finished 4th, staying on in a novice chase in a grade 1, which would have been an afterthought. As in, they only got her a few days before that, and they just ran her. She fell that day in Fairy House. We had a runner in that race, and Dara was bulling coming in. Like, he was full sure he was going to win. She's then going to win at Limerick. God knows what happened at the Dublin Race Festival. Just put a line for that. And then she's won a Grand Annual by six lengths. Like, you know she handles soft ground. You know she stays. She's rated 151. Like, she's bang there. She's rated the same as Allegory de Vassi. Like, how lads, she's 25-1 in the place for the mare's trace. I have no idea. Absolutely
Sean.
No idea.
Yeah, the thoughts on tomorrow now. If as Tom said, Mascat is to go and prove herself, she'd want to be putting away Allegory de Vassi, getting this weight allowance off for tomorrow. Allegory de Vassi looks for a horse for me that something's gone wrong. I don't know if it's wind or it's her attitude, but since Cheltenham it went downhill. Like, she looked as if she was jumping the last time she was going to go away and win, and Pervious came back, got the better of her, and then the 2 runs after that were big red flags for me. That inset that can clip a fence. I'd be deeply disappointed if Mascat can't get the best of these tomorrow now with the weight allowance she's getting.
Yeah, I agree. I think Mascat should be winning this, considering all the way she gets. I agree with Tom in a way. I think her price for the mare chase is ridiculous when you probably know she's going to end up there, and if she beats Allegory tomorrow, she's going to be 8s, 6s.
Yeah.
I might have to do a little shop run at lunchtime tomorrow, I think, before before 2:15.
Right, moving on to more important things. Alaho is back tomorrow, boys. Just, what are we expecting? Sean, like his last performance, he made Grade 1 horses, Gold Cup winners, King George winners look like handicappers. He only has to go out tomorrow now and beat Danley, French Dynamite, and Grange Walk. Good horses in their own right front too, but look, if Alaho doesn't win this tomorrow, I think it's all let's throw up stumps and restart again.
Yeah, there's two scenarios I see, right? There's the first scenario, he balls out the front and they don't get near him. He goes away and wins by 5 or 10 lengths. Or the second scenario is he bowls away and gets third. I wouldn't be the biggest hater in the world if that happened. If he still had the zest and probably went to the last and maybe was picked up after the last, I'd say give him the benefit of being 18 months out the track and coming on for the run. He's definitely not going to be going to his gills to go and win tomorrow. But I'd be disappointed now if I don't see him jumping with the spring. If he's being tailed off 3 or 4 fences out, I'd be gone off him completely now. But I'd love to see him bowled off. Like, he's getting £5 off Janadil in here, and I'd love to see him kick him off the front. And we find out where if he still retains the ability that he had that got him 2 Ryanair chases.
Yeah, Tom. Look, he's won fresh before. He's got beaten fresh before. It's just a matter of, let's hope, as Sean said, the zest is there, the old Alaho is there, and he just puts in a good performance. What would you think now if he does win? And Sean touched on it last week. It kind of opens up the option for a King George down the line.
Yeah, it does. The one thing I would say on Alaho is he's always started back in December. He's never, even if his in novice hurdle day, which he won around Clonmel. Sorry, that was he won a bumper at Leopardstown in December and then went on to win the novice hurdle at Clonmel. But he's always started in December. I think he's going to be one of these that, because he's had that injury, I think Willie Mullins probably kept him in over the summer. You've heard him talk a few times about doing that with different horses, that rather than giving them a break and letting them fully, go out to grass, he's kept them on the go. So I reckon this lad's going to be fairly straight. Look, he's got the beating of Janadil, I think, on all known form, and Janadil's got to give him £5. French Dynamite is no slouch either. Obviously, Mouse Morris is in good form, and back to Darragh O'Keefe riding out of his skin. But yeah, as Sean said, like, look, if he goes around there, he's too keen or something like that. Like, it's going to be bottomless at Clonmel tomorrow. If he gets tired up the hill, he gets tired up the hill. But I'm really looking forward to having him back. I actually thought he was one of those, Andrew, that, and just because he's so big and whatever, that I didn't know if he'd come back. But yeah, no, look, delighted to see him back. And yeah, I think he'll win. He's not a betting proposition, is he? He's well odds on. But yeah, looking forward to watching it anyway.
Let's hope he gets the job done. Right, we'll move on to weekend racing. We're going to start Friday, Down Royal 127, the Irish Stallion Farm, EBF, Federal Lady Mares, Novice Hurdle, Grade 3. Brighter Days Ahead is here again, Tom. Done it well last time out, but jumped out to our left a lot. Is this all about her, or is Willie's in here, Williamstown Dancer? She won last time out. She won very impressive. Henry's Birdie at Boston. We have Jatara as well. Is more or less writings on the wall? It should be Brighter Days Ahead.
I don't know. I don't know. I'd want to see her. The one thing I'd say about her is that she the one in the straight at Fairless last time, the first time around, she absolutely whacked it. It was like she'd no idea what to do at it, and she was looking around the place. She absolutely hammered the hurdle, and after that she picked her legs up. But she did jump out to the left all of the way at every hurdle. So that could be an issue here. Down Royal is right-handed. I would imagine Jack will want to get a lead on her this time, and get her in behind some horses and jump in. So we've seen with the likes of Gaelic Warrior that can stop them. That can stop them jumping out to the right or left. It can focus their minds a little bit more if they're in behind a horse. She's rightfully favourite. However, look, she is a 4-year-old. She does get an allowance for that, but I couldn't. I don't think I could back her here at that price. I actually found a bet, because there's so many runners here and there's a lot of dead wood who are obviously out chasing black type. I looked at the form of the Tipperary race last time, where Birdie or Bust ran against Williamstown Dancer, and Williamstown Dancer won. I am convinced that form is going to be turned around. Birdie or Bust travelled like an absolute dream, but was a bit fresh and a bit too keen. Rachel had to go to the front to get her to settle, and she was still keen. Travelled into the straight, still on the bridle. Everything else was off it, and she just got tired. I felt she was definitely the best horse in that race. I'm really, really keen on her to be second, and a good second. And if Brighter Days Ahead fails to fire for any reason, be it jumping out to the left or what, then I think she's going to be the one to pick up the pieces. She's 15-2, 7-1. I think she's absolutely outstanding bet each way at that. I think she should be way shorter. I think she should be 7 favourite. I'd make her 7-2 second favourite, to be honest. So I think she's a cracking bet. I'm going to be backing her each way, definitely.
Sean?
Yeah, I take on Brighter Days Ahead myself. I've been long of the opinion that I want to see this horse prove it. Listen, she went around the last day and won a maiden hurdle. She got her own way. I don't think we learned too much. But this is going to be a test. Now we'll find out what she's all about. And I have the alternative opinion to Tom. I actually think Williamstown Dancer is a nice price in her at 4-1. She's 3 from 4 in her career over hurdles, and the Galway race where they were beaten was a bit of a form that I'd be ripping up and throwing away. And anyways, Arctic Fly got an easy lead in front, and they just dictated and got her own way. But we go back to the Tipperary race. She was very good that day. Like, she has to give Birdie or Bust way here again, but she did the last day, and I thought she was quite impressive. She's sharp over hurdles, plenty of experience. I think that'll be put to the test here. I can see this being quite a tactical race that might end up being a bit of a sprint, and I think jumping's going to be tested. And what I seen at Brighter Days the last day, I wasn't too impressed with the jumping out to the left, and as Tom touched on, she smacked them. But I think she's going to be a proper test in here for them, and Birdie or Bust and Williamstown Dancer bring strong form to the table.
Yeah, I agree with taking on.
Sorry, Sean. I just thought I heard Dave. He was shouting something there. I thought he said match bet.
Match bet? No worries.
Lovely.
Wait.
First match bet.
I might want in on this as well. Wait a minute.
Lovely. On you go.
I might want in on this as well. I am not going anywhere near Brighter Days Ahead at 5-6 on. I am in the Tom camp. I think Birdie or Bust is a very good price here. She done way too much the last day. She went clear with another one. Look, her win before that was quite taken and quite decent. If they think a bit of her down there, she was 14 lengths winner at Tipperary. She done it. She was 4-7. Look, she was entitled to win it, but she done it quite impressively. I think she's just still as green as grass. She needs to settle. If there's a pace here, I think she'll drop the bridle nicely. She'll take her way into it. Brighter Days Ahead jump and leaves a lot to be desired for a 5-6 shot. And if you want to go in a 5-6 with a horse that jumps like that, please have your head checked. She goes and wins, fair play to her. But you cannot back something that jumps like that at 5-6 on. But yeah, I'm in the Tom camp. I want a match bet. Sean, how we fixed?
Yeah, you split it down the middle.
And Matthew, yes, that is Tom Rain. He is back. Right, 2 for Birdie or Bust and 1 for Williamstown Dancer. Now we are on to the 202. This is either going to make or break Tom Rain's weekend. Bottle Green Hurdle, Grade 3 over 2 mile 1. Looks a 2-horse race on paper, Tom. Irish Point, given lumps of weight again. I can say again, like Allegoria Vassi has to do to one of your horses, Magical Zoe. But that weight is kind of negated by the fella that's on back. Let's be honest about
it. This is a huge weekend for all. Well, huge week.
Look how excited he is. When Tom is excited, the hands start going.
For all of my mares, basically, I have 3 mares to follow. Mascat.
Yeah, Tom, I don't know how you've managed this. Like, you've managed to get your 3 mares running on the same weekend, all getting a weight allowance. I don't know how you pull this off.
Look, it's just intelligent betting, really, isn't it? And
Scam is
selections.
what it is.
I think it is what, Thursday, Friday, Saturday as well, isn't it? Yeah, it's 3 days in a row. Yeah, look, I'm keen on Magical Zoe. She gets £13 here. It looks a 2-horse race. I'd give her the fact that she's got a run under her belt. Look, she should have gone and won the mare's novice for me. I said the other day, I think she's definitely the horse to take out of that race. I put a line through Fairy House. I think that race probably took a lot out of her. The mare's novice. Sean won't have it that way though. He'll think Astro Diamond will absolutely batter her every time. Not a chance, Sean. Not happening. And yeah, look, she's gone and won well at Goran. She's shown she was in good form. Is pretty much all I would say there. And yeah, look, I'll take a chance on her. She gets plenty of weight. Irish Point though is a very good horse. If you look at the ratings, there's £11 between them. So I think this is going to be a good race. I don't think I'd have a bet, to be honest. Just because.
What?
I
Sorry,
don't
what?
know.
Your horse that you love is getting lumps of weight off the favourite and is currently 2-1. And what is a 2-horse race?
He doesn't believe in it.
And Anne has race fitness on her side. Is Tom Rain getting windy?
Very windy.
No, I think it comes down to price. I actually think 2-1 is about fair. If she was any bigger than that, I'd definitely have a bet. Irish Point's a very good horse, lads. This is the only thing. Like he's right up there. He got beaten ahead by Marine Nationale in the Royal Bond. He's gone and won his Grade 1 at Aintree. Like, he's no slouch at all. Gordon's are in good form. He loves this meeting, Gordon Elliott. He's not going to be coming here just for the crack, or thinking that he needs a run, I imagine. So,
you're literally talking yourself out of the bet. You're trying to find a reason not to back her.
I'll be cheering her on, but I don't think I'll be backing her. I'd rather back Birdie or bust each way at 15-2 than her, to be honest.
Sean, tell us why Magical Zoe is not going to win, in your opinion. Because I know you're just going to say it.
No, look.
By Henry de Bromhead.
Yeah. Handbrake on.
No. Look, she has a great chance in here. Irish Point coming back. I'm shocked to see him at the own, to be honest with you.
Oh my!
I thought it was all going to be. I think maybe the Hoop going like Hans Grace. Oh, surely there's another race there they can run him in, but over the middle distance. He wouldn't be the quickest horse in the world now. If this got quite, I don't know if Jackal does kick him out and set the pace himself. If this got quite tactical, I'd fancy Magical Day to have a quicker turn of toe than him, because if you go and watch his DRF run, he was off the bridle for the whole race nearly as soon as they went a quick gallop. This lad's a bit slow for 2 miles, but he's to give her heaps of weight, and he's odds on. You couldn't be taking that price about him at all. It'd be an interesting watch.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like, I won't be backing that in this. I won't back Irish Pint because it's 2 miles and his first run of the season. I really like the horse, but I won't be backing him over 2 miles. I won't back Magical Zoe because Adrian Hesking's on him. Ever since Cheltenham, I said it straight after the race, I'm never ever backing a horse he's sitting on the back of, and I will stick to that till the day I die. Watching brief for me. Tom, if Drip's 92, you're lumping on 94. Sorry, should I say?
Look, yeah, I think there's. I wouldn't say lump on, no, but no, I think there's a price you'll back any horse at, and there is for me, pretty much anyway. She was.
I'm surely the value is there. A 2-horse race, a 2-1
value, Tom. See it in front of you. Value.
I just think they're about right price wise. She's maybe a little bit bigger than I'd have thought. Maybe 7-4 is.
I'm surprised she's not 7. I'm surprised she's not 7-4.
Yeah, I think 7-4 maybe her price, but look, I'll. The thing on Irish Point with it being 2 miles, I was thinking that as well. But then you go back and look, he's only been ahead by Marine Nationale and the Royal Bond, lads. Like that was on really deep ground though that day. Yeah, I think this is it's soft ground up there, isn't it? I know it's not going to be massively deep, I don't think, but look, we've probably spent too much time on this one now, but I'll sit on the fence for now. Jesus
Christ. Right, moving on to Saturday. Ladbrokes Champion Chase. 3 miles, grade 1. We've Jerry Clum in a 4-5 favourite. Manila Indo at 7-2. Roy Allen 5-1. Conflated, the next cross country star at 11-2. Ashtree Meadow at 12s, and Delta Work in here for a pipe opener at 12-1. Sean, start with you. You're not a fan of Jerry Clum. I have a feeling you're going to take him on. Who are you going to take him on with?
I'm going to take him straight on. I'd be laying him in here. He's 4-6 in places. I'd be hoping he opens up near that and the exchange of people are taking bets. I'd be very keen against him in here. First run of the season, sharp around down road. Like, they're already talking about the Gold Cup being the main aim. I'd be a little bit worried that he might be a little bit undercut coming in here. But even his form, I went and had a dig. Like, his grade 1 wins, I'm not sold on him. And his grade 1 wins would be... His grade 1 wins is being adamantly chosen, Balboa Coastal and Complete Unknown. They're not going to be doing it in open company this season. That's the level he's sort of at. He's a rating of 162. Manila Indo's 162. Envoy Allen's 163. And Conflate is 167. He has to improve again to be beating these. And I just think there's well enough to be taking him on this weekend. And I'd be a keen layer of Jerry Colomb.
Tom, we've Envoy Allen here. He's unbeaten at the track. He's 5-1. Is he the bet?
Yeah, I think he's the bet. I think he's the bet at the prices. Yeah, Look. From Sean's point of view, I'm happy to take Jerry Clum on. He's stepping out of novice company, but like, he should really still be unbeaten. They're all talk about the Gold Cup. Like, I'll take him on, but I wouldn't be laying him. And just because, like, Conflated's going to have no chance. Delta Ware's got no chance. Ashtree Meadow.
Think so, Tom?
No, they don't. They're pipe openers for the cross country. They were off school and around the cross country course the other day. Will you stop?
Why do you think he gave him the prep run? Really, I genuinely think Conflate is my best chance of getting him beaten. Him and Envoy.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't be laying him, especially if you think that. If I flip it around to Sean, that the other Gordon Elliott horses have no chance. You're taking them on with 2 Henry de Bromhead horses called Envoy Allen and Manila Indo. How do you feel about that?
I'm taking them on with Conflate.
Great question.
They've had a prep run. Like Envoy's had a prep run, Manila Indo's had a prep run, and Conflated all had a prep run coming in here. His first run of the season, if you do remember, Conflate was a very short price in here last season. Come the day, he drifted very big, and I think you might see similar with Jerry Colomb.
Right, Sean. I'll put this to you, Sean. First run of the season for Manila Indo last year, he beat Statler and Nick. His second run of the season, he got pulled up in the Gold Cup. Okay. Envoy Allen first run of the season last year, he won this. Second run of the season, he was beat 51 lengths in a King George. Coming in off second runs is not really. They were.
Yeah, but down road is where they think.
Manila Indo was ready to go first time this season. He's coming up. I can't see Indo getting anywhere near this. Look at his runs at Down Royal before. I don't think that he likes the track that much. He doesn't really run that well there.
Conflate or Envoy are the two that I'd be taking him on with.
Conflated hasn't a hope.
This is why Roy Allen is a bet. You touched on there about Conflated last year. Sean. He opened up like 6-4 or something in the midweek, and he went off 13-2. It's going to be really interesting to see what the market tells us about Jerry Colomb. I know Gordon is saying it's all about the Gold Cup. It's all about the Gold Cup, but there's a bit of pressure on there. Gordon needs a horse like this, I feel. Do
you think he's at that level, Tom? I don't think he deserves to be second favourite and clear second favourite for a Gold Cup.
He's at that level. He's going to be at that. He's going to get to that level.
I think. Look, I think he could be. I think the potential is there. He's obviously got to go and show it and whatnot. But look, the horse should be unbeaten. In fairness to him. But Gordon, there's a bit of pressure on. He needs a superstar horse. He really does need one. There's also pressure with the owners. The owners have horses in many other yards. He doesn't want to fuck this up. And suddenly, if your horse that the owners on the TV last week saying, Gentleman's Game goes over there because they can't run against their Gold Cup horse in Down Royal, then all of a sudden your Gold Cup horse goes and gets beat. It's not fantastic. I'm sure he'll be fit, and I'm sure the market will tell us a lot about what the expectations are. But just at the prices, Roy Allen 5-1. Before we find out what the market tells us about Jerry Clom, 4 out of the 4 track. Andrew, I take your point. It's been first time out and stuff, but he's won at this meeting for the last 4 years. He clearly loves the place. I'd put a line for that King George. I think it was just a ridiculous race, and he just had no chance. I just forget all about it, to be honest. But his form outside of that is very, very good. He's had a run this year. Everyone wanted to slag him after Goran. I think he looked ring rusty. He made a mistake, and once he made that mistake down the back, Rachel looked after him. I think she had in her back of her mind, I imagine, about going to Down Royal. His form there is very good. He loves the place, and he's 5-1. I think he'll beat Indo. I think Rachel will ride. Rachel will ride Envoy, I imagine. I don't know who's going to ride. I don't know who's going to ride Minella Indo, because the last jockey's other than Rachel, Nico de Bondeville, I can't see him coming over. And then
Dara surely get the ride, will he?
Whether Robbie Power takes out his license again,
Christ.
or Jack Kennedy isn't going to ride him. So yeah, I imagine Dara will get the leg up on him for the first time. But yeah, I think in these circumstances, Envoy Allen is better than Minella Indo. Conflated is going to be trained as a cross country horse this year. Like, I just can't have it that I can't have it at all that he's going to be revved and trying to win one of these. We spoke before about him. Leopardstown's his track, isn't it? Leopardstown at Christmas or the Dublin Racing Festival is just going to be his best chance of winning the Grade 1. But at the prices, I think Envoy Allen will go off second favourite, and I'd be supporting him.
Yeah, look, with Jerry, I can't see him not winning. That's being totally honest. Look, as Tom said, this horse should be unbeaten. He gets crabbed so much as an absolute boat or whatnot, but he's at to win the Grade 1 over 2 mile 4. He's won on good to soft, he's won on soft, he's won on soft to heavy, and he's won on heavy. Like, he's really versatile horse. I think it's just his persona that he looks really slow. I think the course that the Browns is run on didn't really suit him as much as the Gold Cup course will. I think the Gold Cup course, I'll have him turn the former now with the wheel whacker every day of the week. I think he win the weekend. He should, if he has any aspiration to being a Gold Cup horse, he needs to be beating Minella Indo, Envoy Allen. He needs to be beating them, plain and simple. I think the extra week that this has been pushed back will do no harm. That gives him an extra week, get another bit of work into him. I think he's going to be forward enough to win this, where it'll be he wins this, they go Christmas and put him away for Cheltenham. I don't think he's going to be he's not going to be cherry ripe, but he's going to be more than ready to stamp his authority at I've arrived. This is my Gold Cup horse for the season. It's the reason they've sent Gentleman's Game away from him, because they really think this fella is the real deal. I think he's the real deal, but I don't think he's Galloping the Champ real deal. I think he'd be definitely on the premises, and he'd pick up anything that Galloping the Champ is not running, and I think it'll start the weekend. But yeah, I with Envoy Allen as well. I would be very keen on if this was his first run of the season, because all his first run of the season have been here. Whether he can back it up now is another thing, because he finds it hard to back up races these days. So that would be my one worry. If not, if all is well and good and he just sparks at the track, I think 5-1's a great each way price. How many runners are in it? Yeah, well, anyway, we will move on. What was that? We're moving on to the 255. RacingTV.com free trial chase, Grade 2 over 2 miles, 3.5 furlongs. Sean, one of your horses that you liked last season, Fern Lily, who got absolutely scammed at Galway, is in here. I have no prices in front of me. Alamatic Chosen, Visionary, Aintree Meadow is in here as well. Good old Braun, going to help out someone on the way to the start. Fildor, Hador, and Ida's Boy. Take us away, Sean. What do you fancy for this?
Yeah, some right cool dudes in this race now, at the bronze and wherever else. I can't wait to see Dex tweet this week. For Onnelly, yeah, he's one of mine now that I've been following. He went from bumpers, novice hurdles, and won a Grade 1 novice chase at the end of last season at Punchestown. It's Emma Mullins written all over it. But he looked in big need of the run the last day in Galway. He had a look at him pre-race. He looked to be carrying a fair bit overweight, and he sort of got into the race coming to the second last, but he jumped and clipped heels, and he was giving a soft time home, to say the least. I expect he's going to come in a hell of a lot better for that run, and I'd want to see him kicked out the front. I think you see him lining up near the front of the race, what way this is going to go. I'd like to see him boot it out. He jumped very well at Punchestown. He was making lengths, kick him away, keep pushing and pushing and stay for days, and get these all on the stretch.
Tom?
Look, I felt this was very, very difficult. I haven't got a selection. I think six of the seven, or they're rated within £7 of each other. Very, very difficult. Fearnley's got to give some weight away. He'd have been my selection. Other than that, but yeah, I'll sit back and watch.
Yeah, look, I'm surprised that Bron's in here over this kind of distance. I have him down as a horse that will get further. But saying that, he travels some of his races. He has travelled away nicely, but this surely will a pipe opener. One who actually do like, and it's kind of people probably won't fancy him much, is Ida's Boy. I kind of really fancied him for the Cork National last week, but he didn't turn up. Look, he has decent form over fence last season. He beat Guya de Large on his chase debut last season by 14 lengths. He's won 3 out of his 4 times first time out in the season. This is not the deepest of races, and there's a lot of potential in here for improvement from him. Fearnley should be going very close on the back of a prep run. He's had a run already this season, but he still has to get a lot of weight away. And Amante Chosen, he's one that you could play in the place market. He's one that kind of runs into place. He's second behind Mighty Potter, second behind Jerry Colom. But his form kind of tailed off. I think this could be the time of the season to try catch him. But look, Fearnley should be winning. But depending on, we've no prices, but I think Ida's Bible will be a decent price, and I'd be backing him each way for sure. Just hoping he turns up. Right. Moving on to Aintree. I'll just get it up here. Aintree 245, the Sefton handicap chase. Tom, Grand National Fences are back. You love getting GSI and Jiggy when this comes around. What are we getting stuck into?
Yeah, I love the races around National Fences. This was the first race that I looked at when Andrew sent on list today. Or yesterday.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
This is great.
I'm mad for these races. I love them. Boring, Sean. Boring. The one I'm going with is Percussion. The owner has another horse in this race, Fantastic Lady. They clearly like having runners around the national fences. Twice now over the national fences, in the Beecher and this last year, has been staying on really, really well to the line. It's £5 lower than when third in this last year. Looks slow, won't lie, looks very slow. But I think the ground here is going to help that come into play. I think they're going to be walking coming up to the line, and this lad will be staying on. I'm really, really keen on his chances. Fantastic Lady went close in the top of him. Surely will run a good race again, no doubt. And the favourite is Jess Kill. There's only 7. The ground might be a slight concern there, maybe. Has been second over these fences twice. I think I tipped him up last year. I was all over him, but no, for me in this, I'm going to take Percussion. And yeah, pretty keen. Sean?
Yeah, look, I'm probably going to give you a loser, but I don't have a great race. I don't have a great record in this, but Salem was the side I came down on here. He's been competing at the top handicaps last season, and he went through all the battles, the Cheltenhams and the Aintrees. But his 2 Paddy Power runs, the one in November and January, where he was 6th and 3rd, and the 3rd behind Midnight River. I think the key is to drop back down from 3 miles. I think he's a middle distance type, and his first time going over these fences. Some horses can take them and they can improve them a bundle. So I wouldn't be shocked if he was one of those that sort of took to these. And he runs well fresh. He's won 2 times out of his last 3 seasons, and at 7-1 in he's the selection for me.
Yeah, I actually really like Geskiel here. Tom really liked him for this last season. Look, his record over the fences is quite good. He was second beaten a nose by Al Dancer last year. He was second in the Beechers, beaten by Astro Lad, and then he was 9th in the actual Grand National. He's 138 now. He's only £5 higher than he was last year, and they pulled a country mile away with Astro Lad. Look, stable is flying. They've had 4 winners from their last 9 runners. So look, that was including Iroko. Won a list of chase on very soft ground in in France in Auteuil, I think it was. In Auteuil, just September gone. So I'd say he might get away with it. Very soft in France is our heavy. So I think he'd be all right for it. Yard is flying. 4-1 is not the great price, but you're guaranteed for him to get around. He's proven he really excels over these fences. He'll stay out of trouble. He'll ping around. I can see him going very, very close to not winning. I think everything is lined up there from. Fantastic Lady is one who will have another great chance. She was second to Billy Baxter on the top. They were well clear of third that day, and she went on to be third then behind Hewick in the Bet 365. She's carrying a lot of weight. She's carrying 12 stone. She's 8-year-old, but she, again, horses that kind of grow a leg, as they say, around these fences are ones that you want to stay on the right side of. So they're two at the top of the market I would be staying on. The rest of them I don't really like. I get Tom's one, Percussion. Should be good revved up for this, but yeah, I think Geskeel will be. I think he'd be quite hard to beat here, to be honest. Or not, early fall. One or the other, probably fall first.
Jesus, put the card off.
Talked it up there. I'm like you, Tom. Now, Jesus Christ, we are going on to another Tom horse.
Oh yeah,
we're on to 320 at Aintree. Biosport Acaboost on horse racing. Class 2, 2 mile 4. Tom's getting jiggy with a horse that he's hanging every jumper, jackers, everything onto this horse. West Balboa makes our season debut, Tom. Take it away, lad.
Look, this is the mare's hurdle winner right here. West Balboa.
Sean is having none of us again. I love it.
I love that you're having none of it. I think you're just. I don't know what it is. I think you just got it in your head that she's no good for God knows what reason, but I don't understand. So look, West Balboa, I love her. Obviously, I've followed her career because she was a half sister to a horse my uncle Cotty.
There we go.
She's only had 5 runs in her life on the track. She bolted up in a novice hurdle at Warwick. She was second at a Grade 1 behind Stage Start. That actually turned out to be all right. I wasn't sure if it would or not at the time. She then had 339 days off the track, and she got beaten on her reappearance by a length. She then came out and won a Lanzarote on bottomless ground at Kempton, and then she comes out and wins a big 75 grand handicap hurdle at Aintree, and absolutely bolts up on the snaff, as Sean would say. I'm mad keen on her. I think she definitely stays well, but I think she's got enough stamina as well. You're probably going to need to stay here as well in this. She's so unexposed, it's not true. And yeah, I'm mad keen. Dan Skelton says in the stable tour that he still thinks there's another handicap in her. And that's what he's done. He's gone straight for a 50 grand handicap back in Aintree. She's rated 142. She wins this, she's going to go up £6 no matter what. And I think that puts her bang into mare's hurdle contention. If you're nearly a 150 mare, then you're definitely in contention for that. I think she's 25-1 in the place as well. Absolutely madness. I'll be getting stuck into her.
Last time I said that backfired massively. Bollocks. What have you just done, Sean?
Roll on the first day of Cheltenham, Sean, and you're getting that played back.
Sean, would you give him 500-1, Sean?
Well, I wouldn't be paying him out of 500-1, but I don't give her a
500-1, Sean.
I wouldn't have a penny on it, Tom.
Yes, Sean.
You're absolutely mad. I'll leave Sean have a go on this, but all I would say is she's taken on Strong Leader. Surely isn't going to run. She's then taken on a Tracer in Miller's Bank and So Royale, and then she's taken on Brewing Up a Storm. The one thing I'll give Brewing Up a Storm has a fantastic record for it first time out. That's the only thing that would worry me. But she's getting £9 off him. He's 10. He's not getting any younger.
And he's useless.
I'm mad excited. He's not useless, and he's got a really good record when fresh. But I'm mad excited about her, lads. Roll on Saturday. Big 3 days for me. Mascat, Magical Zoe, and West Balboa.
Tom, can you promise us no matter the results, you'll turn up on Sunday?
It's going to make or break our season.
I will. Look, it is. It's a huge it's a huge 3 days for my 3 wonderful mares, and if they get beat, I'll turn up. There'll be excuses. Prepare yourself.
Yeah. Harry's gone 6 furlongs too soon. No that jazz. Marcus Rashford got sent off.
Held her up last time, and just came through them like a knife through butter. Mad key.
Sean, counter argument, please, sir.
She's shit.
Yeah. Move on. Well done. Argument success.
Yeah, look, in terms of Saturday, she's getting all the way again. Brewing Up a Storm does run well fresh, but Fontwell seems to be the big day that they have out with him, and I wouldn't be surprised they go back around to running there with him and picking that up. But giving her a lot of weight, and the rest. Miller's Bank, I sort of had a look, but then I was saying to myself, there's no way that this is going to be G'd up. He must be aiming somewhere else because running over hurdles. And I thought he was all right at the weights, but I had a deeper look and said no. Saturday, look, she has every chance to go there and win. In terms of mare's hurdles, I don't give her a hope in hell. Like if you're being genuinely serious about this, like you're talking Lossy Mouths, Ashrow Diamonds, Love Envoys, She Wears It Well, wherever that other English. I don't even think she best the English.
Where's
it well? Sorry, no, I've been coming in there now.
Sorry, what's the name of the thing that won the last weekend?
You wear it well.
You wear it well. Like there's not a hope in hell she's near Lossy Mouth, Calamar, so Ashrow Diamond. Not a hope in hell do I have near them. And Tom, you're mad.
So Love Envoy was the clear second, and I think is going to have a cracking chance again next season behind Honeysuckle. If you take out a Honeysuckle or an Annie Power, if you're rated in around 150, you've got a hell of a chance of winning that race.
Tom, you're talking about there's a chance of like top mares there. Like,
go on, Sean. Go on.
There's a chance of top mares there with Lossy Mouth. Lossy Mouth, there's a difference. You're talking like they probably wouldn't be too far off coming back to take on the champion hurdle the year after. We're a year stronger. You've Ashrow Diamond, who's a very solid. I'd be worried that like you go back to that grade 1, like you're talking Gringo de Brel back and toward, like it's not good. Stage Star, okay, one of Turner's, but you'd have to blink an eye at that Turner's and say, right, that was one of the fluke ones. The handicap route, I would have liked to see her try that graded level. I think if Skelton was, if he thought she was what she was, I think she might have been try that graded level before this.
He's mopping up handicaps with her. What he was saying about what he was saying about was he's won 2 handicaps now. He was chucked in off 127 and 130 and 135. He didn't want to go to Cheltenham last year because she had such a hard race in the Lanzarote. Freshen her up, went to Aintree. She absolutely bolted up. Like she doesn't look finished yet. The trainer is saying that he definitely thinks there's another handicap in her. That's like if you ran her in the level weights mares race, I don't know what in England is going to beat her. She's rated 142. Like so, he's taken on other handicappers who aren't that bad. And I say she goes and wins this, she's going to be rated higher than Love Envoy was going into the mares last year. Love Envoy was rated 147 going into that, and finished a good second. She's now rated 153. Like West Balboa is only going to be a few pounds off of that. And she's 20 to 1. Like it's a huge price for me, I think.
Yeah, I have at least 6 mares better than her. And
Sorry, Andrew. I know what you're saying, Sean. And look, Lossy Mouth could go on to be that mare. She could go on to be that absolute superstar. But I think you're hanging your hat on one horse there because I don't think there's another one. So
I just think it's a really strong division. Look, yeah, no one's shooting down, picking out an outsider at them sort of prices, but I just think that's a strong mares division, and I'd be quite shocked if she's able to get in around that.
Like, if you take out Honeysuckle last year, what price would Love Envoy be right now? She'd be near favourite because she would have battered him. I think Love Envoy is still a great price at 8 to 1.
She's a good bet, in fairness. I can't knock her. Yeah.
But look, I don't see it myself. I really don't. But look, could be end up being wrong. Saturday she start the weekend. Yes, she should be beating them. Look, I've lost him at Asher Diamond. Love Envoy. You wear it well, Gallimore. So Echo and Rain in her. If she decides to turn up in a right mood, she'd have a. No, she wouldn't have a chance. Shut up, Andrew. Echo and Rain has no fucking hope in hell. Yeah. Last time out, Astro Diamond, Love Envoy, you wear it well, Garlamar. So even though I don't like last year's novice form, I think you wear it well will end up being better than her. I don't know. I just don't like a dance getting trained horse at the festivals. I just think there's so many variables to get him, and the main variable is Harry's getting on top. That's
she's
a big
fine
problem.
because she's a hold up horse. She's fine.
Yeah, I wish you the best of luck the
If
weekend.
you've been watching them riding hold up horses lately, it's not been great, Tom.
Right, let's put it like this: you compare her to your other horse, Magical Zoe. Where would you put the two of them right now?
Magical Zoe doesn't stay 2.5, Tom. That's the political answer.
You stop giving him an out.
I don't know about that. I think that's harsh enough, but look, it's one of those. I think Magical Zoe is overpriced for that race as well. Like she's 16, 18 to 1. Like, and you wear it well is half that price now. Like that doesn't add up to me. I wouldn't put a massive amount between them. I would put West Balboa as the improver who has the potential, I think, even more to go on. And yeah, I just look at the top of the market, like as you said, Andrew. Like Lossiemouth, fine. She could be a superstar, but she's a 4-year-old coming out of that division. Astro Diamond I just think she turned up at the right dances. She missed Cheltenham. Gala Marceau is behind Lossiemouth. Love Envoy is a good mare, and then you're into the novice form or Echoes and Rain. Like it's a fair division. It's a fair division, but you haven't got an any power or any circle that's potentially going to go up and turn against you this year. So I do think it is wide open.
Right, just to touch back on the actual race the weekend. Like I touched on this last week about Dan Sketlin's form, and like it's not after getting any better. He's had 52 runners in the last 14 days, and we have to 6 winners. And the ones that are getting beat. Majority of them are getting beat a fair distance, double figures. That would be a worry, and I was worried when I put up Katir last week, and it came to be true. I don't know. It won't be getting jiggy with a
fair argument. That's a fair argument.
Oh yeah. Wish you the best of luck, sir.
Best of luck, Tom.
For March as well. Wincanton 150 when she runs in the county hurdle.
Pretemps.
Look at the pretemps.
Yeah.
Wincanton 150, Rise of Star, Novice Chase, 2 mile 4. It's a grade 2. We have Nappers Hill in here at 8 to 11. Holy fuck. Moishai 5 to 2. JPR 1 at 7 to 2. Captain Kobe at 5s. Diane Star with Adam Soft Hands Wedge. And Bigger Wrists. Who wants to take this one? Adam Wedge
Not
today,
me,
lads.
anyway.
Did you see it? Holy fuck.
I didn't. I missed it.
Didn't you? Oh, well, I have wrote down Chepstow. One out now. Chepstow 130. Go back and watch that. Anyway, who wants to take this?
Not me. I will put my hand up first here and just say I've not got a match.
Because I actually really fancy one of this. I really fancy JPR 1 in here. I think there's enough to take on the top 2. Nappers Hill, I went back and watched his chase debut. You go back and watch the way his jump in action. He gets his back end so high. I am shocked he didn't end up on the ground. He needs to start that out really quick. If he gets in really tight, he's going to end up on his arse. That's enough for me to take him on. I didn't think he was the greatest hurler in the world, as in talent-wise, and I will 100% be taking him on the weekend. Moishai needs to learn how to jump a fence. Go back and watch his last run as well. He banged so many fences. There was a little water jump that he nearly ended up doing a suicide dive into the little pool. It was ridiculous how we still ended up getting one limp up the arse, a complete unknown. If he jumps up, brushes up on his jumping, he has a good chance. But JPR 1, go back and watch his chase debut. He looked a natural over fences. He went up against horses, Monvel and Icio, who bolted up in his chase debut, and he made these things look average. Jump fences, lovely. Picked up nicely, put the race to bed in a matter of strides. I think 7 to 2 is a great price, and I will be having a nice bet on him taking on the top 2 with massive jumping concerns over the other 2.
Yeah, Andrew's hit the nail on the head there for me. I went down the JPR 1 route myself. Nappers Hill is just not a horse I can get right, and I didn't like the first day at all. That might die. That was the last two fences I was watching. How on earth he stayed up, I'll never know. But you've touched on JPR's run the first day of fences. He looked a natural. It's Tizard thing as well. Tizard went out of form last season.
Last season. For the last 6
Yeah.
seasons, I say.
Yeah, like the last 18 months, like, it was a bit of a bad spell, and horses were hot and cold, and they really liked this fella, and he won a maiden hurdle, and they thought he was a good one. But he went hot and cold, and I think he has a lot of horses who could be well handicapped, or horses who are a lot better than what they've shown. He's a turn of form. He's gone at 22% at the moment, is Tizard. And this lad was a natural the first day. As Andrew touched on, he jumped on at the third last and put this race to bed. They really fancied ICO to follow up that day. They thought he was going to be the grade 1 at Sandown horse, and the Monfell in behind is not too bad of a horse either. So I'd be disappointed if JPR1 is not in the mix here.
Yeah, I agree. I think that'll be the main bet of the weekend. Tom, you've out of selection? No? Okay. We are moving on to the Badger Beer Handicap Chase. 3 mile, 1 furlong, absolute slog. Frodon, who loves this race. The betting is gone. He was installed as favourite. We've Dysart, complete unknown. Sam Brown, the big breakaway. 300-5. Courtland, Ashtown Lad, Certainly Red, Ballygriffin Cottage, and so on. Tom, fancy anything in this one?
Yeah, I take a chance with 300-5. I think. Look, Frodon runs his heart out here, doesn't he? He won this race last year off of the exact same mark. It's a difficult competitive handicap. 300-5 has had a wind up this summer. And look, he ran a very good race in the Scottish National. He's off 147 again, which is mark he was off in that. I'm sure he'll be revved up to go here because it's Paul Nichols, and he'll want him out well and fresh and early. And yeah, look, I'd take a swing on him, but not overly confident. Wasn't one of my major picks of the weekend.
Yeah, I'll just jump in there. I fancy him as well. Win surgery. He has run in these kind of races before. I think he should have won a lot more of these races than he done. Look, Harry Copton's back onto him. I think this horse he kind of, it strikes me as a stupid horse. He doesn't know how to sort himself out of fences. He gives a few a belt, and I think the change of Harry Copton from Adrian Heskin is going to do this horse all the good in the world. As you ever hear people saying about good hands on horses, and Harry has great hands on horses, and I think he's one that'll sit still and leave the horse make up his own mind. One like Adrian Heskin used to fire him in defence, and you know what to do. I think you get the confidence in him during the race. I think he has a great chance to win this. I think last time I saw the betting, he was like 8-1 or something like that. He's getting a stone.
He's way shorter.
Is he?
I think he's like 3-1 joint favourite or something.
Like 3-1 joint favourite now. Oh fuck that. Yeah, I still fancy him. He's getting a stone, near enough a stone off Frodon. Frodon, look, he run his race. I think he's 11 now, going 12. Surely his best days are well behind him. One who would be a massive price, I would suspect, is Annie News. He's suddenly after turning a massive corner. His last run, he beat a decent field at Exeter. He had a walkover the time before that. He got battered by good risk and roll. But before that, he put in a very, very good display at Worcester. So I think him have a big price at having each way chance. But 300-5. I really think he'll get the job done here now.
20-1. Any news?
Oh, not bad. Sean, you?
Yeah, I'm all in the Frodon train. I think this is his last chance alone. I think this is his swan song. I think that this is going to be where he finishes off in style. This is the sort of race he loves. This is a handicapper. He sits up the front, jumps the first couple, and takes up the lead after jumping 5 or 6 fences, and he just gets to dictate. He slows up, goes off, slows up, goes off, and she fills him up and kicks off. When Canton's that sort of track that suits him, and he jumps. That's where he makes his lengths, and there's plenty of jumping around in Canton. And I'm looking for a Bryony Classic here off the front. And Frodon, he's here off the exact same mark, 158 as last year, where he won by 2.5 lengths, and I reckon he'd be drilled to win this.
I have to put this up. West Balboa would need Rocky and Chuck Norris to shoot the rest of the horses to win a race at Cheltenham. Oh, fantastic.
I just
I
don't
love our
understand what
listeners.
it's based off, but that's fine.
Anyway, we have one more race, and then we go naps next best. And Tom has a bit of Pimlon news then, so stick around for that. Where are we off to now? Wincanton still. Oh, for fuck's sake. This elite hurdle, lads. It's one of the worst elite hurdles I have ever seen in my life. I literally looked at it. I have no selection, by the way, because I couldn't give two flying about it. Ruband, if he doesn't win this, any grade 1 entries he has, they may go on the little computer in the morning and go, yeah, delete. Not in the morning, Sunday morning. Delete. Tom, this fella has to win this. The rest of them are
Rubard will
terrible.
win this race. Yeah, Rubard will win this race. Really nice horse, very progressive. He beat Too Friendly last time, who Too Friendly since he moved to James Owen has been a reformed character and has really improved. And yeah, I just think he wins. He's odds on, but I think if you look at this, West Balboa isn't going to run. Too Friendly, I saw an interview with James Owen who said that they just stuck him in here. He said if the Nichols horse didn't run, he might run him, but if not, he's going to go to the Greatwood, which has always been a plan. So I think you can take him out as well. And then you're down to 5 runners, and that's without any of the others coming out. So Hansard is the second favourite, brings the novice form into account, but Rubard battered him at Kempton. And yeah, he ran a good race at Aintree. There's no dodging that. But yeah, you're on about bad form. Gary Moore's 2 out of 31 the last 14 days, 6%. So I think Rubard, if you're going to back an odds-on shot this weekend, I'd make it Rubard. I think you just bolt up, to be honest. I think you go off a lot short than this as well.
Yeah, Sean, look, it's Ruband, and look, the second favourite is Hansard, and he was battered 15 lengths by him. Ruband has race fitness on his side. Too Friendly, he's beat already. West Balboa won't run here. Molly's Ollie's Wishes hasn't hope, and then you're down to absolute deadwood. 4-5 now. If you can get on that, Jesus, this is a state man dance.
Andrew, you just hit the nail on the head. You know the way I like to point out these ones, and this is a 4-5 shot who should be 1-2 or 2-5. I would be absolutely drilling into this fella. If you want a good odds-on shot for the weekend, it's definitely him. He's walloped that Hansard at Kempton. Gary Moore is in disgraceful form at the moment. He's down at 5 or 6%, I think it is. And I'd be all over him. He had a very good comeback. He looked as if he was going to take a blow, but he went and kicked on again. He'll improve for a run, and it's just all pointing to getting stuck in.
Yeah, as a GSI for Ruband. Right, before we give our naps and next best, Tom, you have a Pimlico bit of news. The floor is yours, sir.
I do. Yeah, exciting bit of news. We have a new horse for sale. Her name is Amina. She's by Zarak. I'm gonna get my notes up here so I don't make any fatal errors, because that would be just my luck, wouldn't it?
Free shares for everyone.
Free shares for everyone. Yeah, exactly. No, she's by Zarak. She's a 3-year-old. She's going to be a bumper type for early next season. Hopefully, she goes to John McConnell, who does very well with those types. He's got a fantastic record in bumpers this season in the UK and Ireland. I think he's at 23%, which outside of Willie Mullins is a very, very good strike rate. She's a half sister to Alto Belly, who I was all over last week, and I thought around an absolute cracker. The way he travelled was way too keen, dropped the bridle then coming in, and then looked like he was going to get well beat, and then stayed on all the way to the line. He is a right good horse. He's going to be rated in the 140s. She's a lovely, lovely back pedigree, full of black type, from a German family. Mad keen on her. Really, really couldn't be happier to get her. And we got a special offer for all the finishing line viewers. So if you buy a share in Amina, then you get a free weekend ticket. So that's for both days, the Saturday and the Sunday, to the Dublin Racing Festival in 2024. We will all be there in attendance. You can come up and meet us and say hello. And yeah, you can get on the Amina journey. And yeah, we're really looking forward to it. We've already had a couple of, we've emailed her out. We've got a fantastic response. There are some shares left, but she's going to be sold. She's going to be sold out fairly lively, I imagine. And we've actually had a few podcast listeners get involved already who were on our mailing list, and it's their first horse. So really excited. It should say shares start from 2.5%. It's 625 euros per 2.5%. If you want to break that up into 6 payments, you can if you want to. And then it's 70 euros a month from the 1st of December. We give financial statements with all of our horses, so you'll see exactly where all the funds are spent. Any funds that are remaining and any prize money is then paid back to you at the end of the year. So look, real good fun. An exciting horse. She's a big girl. She's about 16.2. So that's why she didn't run as a 2-year-old anyway. So she looks a proper bumper type. The Zarax have been unbelievable to go jumping. Sean, I know you're a fan of those. Dave is a fan of them.
I met a big smile on my face when I heard that, Tom.
Yeah, no, Zarak to go jumping now. His record, it really is incredible for what he's had so far. So yeah, really looking forward to it. Can't recommend her highly enough. And yeah, you get a free ticket to the DRF if you want to get involved.
That's probably worth a subscription alone, Tom, to be honest.
I think so, yeah. And look, it's designed to be, and like, if you break up the monthly payment, it's 16 euros a week, guys. So it's designed to be affordable, so anyone can get involved. You know, think of how much you're going to bet this weekend is what I would say, and then think of 16 euros. It's 3 points. It's not even 3 points, is it? It's probably 2.5 points at this stage.
One word I am.
This is where you are.
It's one cheeky cocktail for the girlfriend, Sean, where you are anyway. And you definitely won't be getting change out of that. But yeah, no, look, she's a really exciting horse. John's a great guy. He's great with syndicates. And yeah, real good fun to be around. And we'll see where she can take us. So yeah, real good fun.
Fantastic. Will we have more Pimlon news next week, or am I jumping the gun?
Oh no, you might. Yeah, you might. I don't want to say.
Oh, look at that! That took a while to click.
It's just one of these things. Like you plan. We're planning out a race for a horse for next weekend. I'll say no more. You can all guess where that is. And yeah, it's just she's got a couple of bits of work to do. Touch wood, she comes through those fine. We'll be on our way there. But look, we've been here before, haven't we? With plans for horses, and we're 10 days out. We're probably not. We're actually 9 days out. God, that's scary. But yeah, look, let's see. If she gets there in one piece, she'll have a chance. So we won't be going there to make up the numbers, put it that way.
Oh, baby. Can't wait to make bits of some place that we might be next week. Right, we will finish on naps and next best. Sean.
Nap. Oh, well, look, the good thing of the weekend be that Robad for me. That'd be my thing, but it's odds on. So I'd say Froden and JPR1 be my two out of the races we've gone through.
Sean. Tom, that would be you.
Me. I'm going to go. The two best bets at prices, I think, are actually 2 each way bets for me. Birdie or Bust would be my nap each way. I think you've got half a chance of beating the favourite, and I think you definitely turn around the form with the second favourite. So I think 7-1 around that price is a cracking bet on her. I'm going to get stuck into her. And then Percussion at Aintree as well. I think he's got a great chance. I think with the ground being soft, he's going to be staying on at the end. Look, might not get his head in front, but he's going to be bang there, I think. So yeah, mad keen on him as an each way bet. And yeah, as Sean said, look, Rubard is the one. He's odds on, but he should be going to win.
As Dave says, you run out to the bookie and cash back.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go nap JPR1, next best Birdie or Bust. Oh, so that is us done for. Go on. You want?
Should just say I didn't tell people how to contact me. So it's pimlicoracing.co.uk. Tom at pimlicoracing.co.uk is the email. I'm on social media. Pimlico Racing on social media. And to avail of the offer, all you have to say is you saw us on the finishing line, basically.
You saw us on 10 words exactly.
Yeah, you saw us on the finishing line. Yeah, just quote the finishing line, and we'll sort you out some tickets. But yeah, great opportunity to get involved at a good price point. And you're in at a nice level as well. There'll be somewhere in the 20s as in owners for her. You're not going to be one of thousands. You get tickets to races every time she runs. You come to every yard tour. It's that kind of syndicate, and we have a lot of fun along the way. So
it's a great syndicate. Right, that's us done for another week. You might or might not see Tom depending on Sunday, depending on what happens this weekend.
I promise to be here.
I'll be here. The free girls better not let me down now.
The women.
I've also got all of the in-laws here for the weekend. So any hour to get slagged by Sean and Andrew and Dave about 3 mares getting beat, I'll take it.
On that note, we look forward to Sunday, and we'll see you Sunday for another episode of Talking Points.